Hi, Mike Damergis here, along with Adam Ronis from RotoExperts.com. We completed week one of the NFL season. A lot of questions, especially out of Philadelphia with Kevin Cobb's injury. What should fans be looking for the quarterback situation?
Yeah, if you're going to hit that waiver wire, quarterback's a big position this week. Not only Kevin Cobb with the concussion, unlikely to play week two. Matthew Stafford definitely out this week with the shoulder injury. So you want to look at Michael Vick. Good matchup against the Lions here. We know their secondary's bad. And Vick, the one thing you saw from him on Sunday when he came in relief, his speed is certainly there. He had over 100 yards rushing. That's 10 points right there from your quarterback without a pass. You know, the Lions will be prepared. They'll game plan for him, but I think Vick is a good pickup this week at quarterback. You also want to look in a very deep league of two quarterback league, Sean Hill. Not the greatest option, but look, he has Calvin Johnson, and we've seen him succeed in the past, so he's a decent option. If you're really digging deep, Seneca Wallace might play this week because Jake Delhomme has an ankle injury, and that's someone that could spark the Browns' offense. So, but Michael Vick is definitely the pickup at quarterback this weekend. In some leagues, David Garrard might be available. I'm amazed how many callers we had on the SiriusXM show that said he was available. He's not the sexiest pick, but the last 2 years he's been a top 15 quarterback, and he plays well at home. Kyle Orton, if he's there, pick him up as well.
Now let's go to the running back situation. A lot of calls this morning on Sean Green. Big disappointment against the Ravens, and we have to deal with Ryan Grant's injury.
Yeah, Ryan Grant injury, that is huge. You know, it's still sketchy. He's going to be out this week. It could be a severe injury. They talked about ligament damage to his ankle. Brandon Jackson, an excellent pickup. You know, Mike McCarthy was praising him a lot in the offseason. He hasn't been high on the Packers, the last couple of years. They haven't been real high on him. This offseason in training camp, McCarthy said this guy's an every down back. He can play all three downs. And what do you know? He's prophetic. He gets the opportunity this week upcoming. Great matchup this week against the Bills. So Brandon Jackson is definitely at the top of your waiver wire in terms of running back pickups. And also Peyton Hillis. He started for the Browns. It wasn't Jerome Harrison. They split the carries. Hillis got a couple of goal line touches there, scored a touchdown. He did fumble twice. That's something you need to watch. But it looks like Hillis is going to be heavily involved for the Browns at the running back position.
And going to the wide receiver position, what if Bernard Berrien's taking a roster spot on your fantasy team?
Yeah, Berrien looked awful, and the Vikings only have 4 wide receivers, so you would think he might get targets, but I wasn't impressed at all. I know it's week one, but there are a lot of decent options at wide receiver. Legadou Nene, over 100 yards, scored a touchdown. The Chargers came out, still passing the ball. If he's out there, certainly a good option. Consider Mark Clayton. I know we've seen flashes from him before, but he had a great rookie season. 10 catches this past week as the Rams put it up 55 times, which I don't think will continue every week. But Bradford worked out with Clayton in the offseason, so they have a little synergy there. Someone to consider off the waiver wire wide receiver.
Okay, that's week one wrap-up. I'm Mike Damergis. He's Adam Ronis, and we're also want a big hello to the King, Scott Engel, the Fantasy Writers Hall of Fame. You can catch our show weekdays from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on XM 147, Sirius 211. See you tomorrow morning on XM and Sirius.